Hey guys, it's Simblr and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the 12th part of Build Newcrest, I believe. This time I'm building another restaurant. This is in the bigger neighborhood where it's got the larger lots. I believe this is a 30 by 30 lot. Yes, that's what I have written on my notes. So yeah, this is a 30 by 30 lot. It's called the Abacus, and you can change the tab so that it searches for restaurants in my gallery. Yeah, 30 by 30 lot. And the price is 139,760 simoleons, and I will have a link, the gallery link, in the description for you guys as well if you guys would like to download it. And so yeah, now we're just building the structure, and I kind of want the same style throughout this entire neighborhood. So the exterior is a little bit like the houses that I have built for this neighborhood so far. I have 2 houses built for this neighborhood, well, 2 lots in general. I believe it's Eleanor Estate and Mackenzie Estate, probably. I don't actually remember the names, but I'll have those linked in the description as well if you guys like to check those out. But they're probably my favorite builds for this series, is those 2 houses that I have in this neighborhood. Yeah, I don't know if I like this restaurant or not. I mean, it's nice and all, it looks nice, but I don't know, it just feels like something is missing to me, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I don't know, hopefully you guys like it. So yeah, here I'm just trying to figure out the roof, because I wanted that part to be open, but I just couldn't figure it out for whatever reason. I do figure it out later on whenever I'm building the upstairs. And then I don't actually know if restaurants have a maximum amount of seating you're supposed to use in the lots. So, sorry if that's a thing, but yeah, there's a lot of seating in this restaurant. There's outside seating in the front and in the back, and then inside there's 2 rooms for seating, and then upstairs is 2 rooms, but upstairs there's like a private room for large parties of 8. So yeah, if you just have a lot of Sims and you're like throwing a birthday party or something here, you know, you can do that. I also set a menu, but I know whenever I added my other restaurant that I built for Newcrest, the Botanical Garden, the menu doesn't save for whatever reason, but yeah, so that's a thing apparently. But I did set a menu, so I just try to use the more expensive, fancy looking foods and stuff for this restaurant, because that's the idea I had for it, because this is like the more expensive neighborhood. So yeah, now I'm just going in, and yeah, I was about to say the front porch does change a little bit, but yeah, that's where it changes. I decided to connect it instead of having 2 separate little areas. I just felt like it flowed better, probably, and there'd be more room for seating inside, because I wouldn't have to put in some extra doors. So yeah, I did have to put a door on the back porch though, because obviously. So yeah, there's that. And then yeah, so now I'm just going in with the windows and everything, and I wanted to make sure I use the same windows and everything as the other houses in this neighborhood. I know this is a restaurant, but I did want to keep it like the same style of build, I guess, as the other houses and everything. So yeah, this is where I figured out the stuff. I just had to not have an open floor there above the stairs, which really irked me. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It still worked out in the long run. So yeah, there's just like 2 entryways to the big room that has the 8 sim table. So that's always good. And then this is a bathroom. You know, it's a bathroom. There's just 3 little stalls, and there are 2 bathrooms, but I didn't like make them gender based, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Probably, I don't know, they're just like unisex bathrooms, I guess. So yeah, there's that. So your Sims won't have any problems trying to use either of them. And you know, there's stalls, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. And I did put some high chairs, a couple of high chairs, and a potty in here. I don't actually know if toddlers can function properly at a restaurant. I've never actually tried. And I've never actually tried to place a, what is it called? What am I trying to say? High chair. I've never actually tried to place a high chair in a restaurant, but, I did, you know, in case that's a thing. But, I mean, I guess you could always just bring your baby over there and go into the kitchen and get them some food yourself if that's a problem. I don't know, but yeah. I thought it'd be nice that you could have the option to bring your toddler here with you. So yeah, that's what I did. And then now I'm just working on that little pathway around front. I wanted it to be like grand entryway, I guess. I don't know, it's not really all that grand, but you know, it looks nice, so that's good. And I think I put a fountain there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put a fountain there. And at the beginning of this video I did have the autumn mod installed, but I removed it because whenever I tried to upload a apartment, whenever I had the autumn mod installed, it considered it as having mods in the build because it like changes the foliage and stuff. And so I decided to just remove it because I didn't want you to have to filter to have CC enabled to look for the lots that I was building. So I just removed it, which you'll see in the next session, I guess, of recording, building stuff. Yes, which is just in a few minutes, honestly. But yeah, I do change that so you'll be able to see the actual colors and stuff of the plants. Is that what I'm trying to say? Yes, plants. Landscaping, that's the word. So yeah, don't freak out if things change like that. But sorry, I thought there was somebody behind me, but it was just my dog playing in a bag. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to add in a lot of not decoration, what am I trying to say, landscaping, plants, yes. And then I just lined, is that the word I'm trying to use? I'm sorry, I just woke up. Things are happening in my brain that I'm not aware of at the moment. But yeah, I just lined the pathway with rocks, and there we changed. Yeah, there we go. It looks nice now. But yeah, everything's green. And then I did add these little basket things to the outside. I don't think these are the same baskets I used for the other ones. I believe these ones come with get together. Yes, probably. I don't think I used baskets for the other ones, but I felt like since this was a restaurant, it needed something to stand out, so I added these baskets because the houses didn't have baskets, and then I felt like the sides looked rather empty, so I decided to add those little, what are they called, those little drain pipe things to the sides. And I tried to add them to the front and the back, but they just didn't look weird because they just looked like they were going to the roof, which would probably cause some problems if you just had all the rain draining to your roof. So changed that, and then I just put these little I want to call them balconies, but I know that's the wrong term. What are they called? I don't know. They're like little roofy parts to the windows. I don't know. I can't think of the word, honestly. But yeah, that's what I decided to add. And then I added some little signs to make it look like, you know, this is a restaurant. Although, you know, I probably should have just made this a bed and breakfast. The exterior looks more like a bed and breakfast to me now that I'm looking at it back. So yeah, that's probably what I should have done, honestly. Just made a bed and breakfast. So, you know, if you want to renovate this house, lot, restaurant, like if you don't have dine out or something, yeah, you can renovate it into a, what is it called? What did I just say? Bed and breakfast. That's, oh my gosh, what is happening today? But yeah, I think it'd be a nice build for a bed and breakfast, honestly, or a little hotel. I don't know, whatever. Bed and breakfast, hotel, they're basically the same thing, right? Probably. But, yeah. So now I'm just going in and coloring the landscaping, and I didn't really do too much landscaping, and you'll see on the interior I didn't add that much decoration, which is rare for me, but yeah, there just wasn't enough wall space because I did put in a lot of windows and everything, so there's just not a lot of wall space to add decorations and stuff to. And then I couldn't really add any floor decorations, like a bunch of plants and everything and stuff like that, because there's dining tables everywhere. So yeah, there's just not a lot of decoration inside. There's just mostly tables. I did decorate the tables all with the little menu thing and a little flower vase. So yeah, that's good. And I was just gonna put 2 tables on each side, but I think no wait, yeah, what? Yes, okay, out here I did just put 2 tables on the one side and 3 on the other side, and then I did use move objects to move those things around, which I believe your Sims can still use them, but you just, whenever you place the lot, you'll have to have move objects enabled so that the lot will place correctly. So yeah, that's always a thing. And then I think we're about to move inside because I really didn't do too much to the exterior porch areas. Actually, I think I moved to the back porch first. Is it a porch? Is it a patio? I don't know, but it is what it is. But yeah, I was gonna add plants everywhere to all the corners because it just felt empty, and I didn't know what to add to it. But I didn't like all the plants being there, so I didn't add all the plants there. And then I just added those little lights above all the tables. I didn't really like any of the light options for above the tables, so I went with those. I was like, okay, I'll just use these for outside, and so that's what I used. And then whenever I got inside, I didn't like any of the options I had for indoor lighting, so I ended up using the same lights, but I changed the color. I believe I used the black version of those. But yeah, I just wish there was more lighting in the game, honestly. I didn't like any of them for a restaurant. Well, for a fancy like restaurant. So yeah, I just went with whatever I had, and it just ended up being those that look like porch lights. But it's fine, it works. It looks decent, I guess. So yeah, that happened. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if you guys saw that or if it was just my editing program, but there's a bit of lag here. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't actually know what's happening. Okay, so now we're moving inside. It looks like moving on to the what am I trying to say? I want to say landscaping, but I know that layout. What is wrong with me today? Okay, I'm sorry. Things are happening, and I'm just not aware of them apparently. But I think the first room we do in here is the I want to say it's the kitchen, but I'm not 100% sure. It actually might be the lower room, the first dining area. I'm not actually sure. I don't know if you guys can see this lag or not, but it's driving me crazy. But yeah, so I'm just adding in lights to light everything up. I do change those lights, so don't worry about that. And then oh yes, for the flooring, did I go with this flooring or did I change it? Yep, no, I went with this flooring. Okay, I was thinking of a different build. I'm sorry, I was working on like 2 or 3 different builds at this time, so there's like a hidden flooring or something I used for one of them, which I'll mention in that speed build. But yeah, it wasn't this one, so it's fine, it's okay. And then I used yeah, now I'm just going in and trying to find the wallpaper because I like to place wallpaper first before I do the furniture and everything and the decorating. That way I kind of know what style I'm going with. And I just didn't like any of the wallpapers, honestly. So I ended up just putting the same wallpaper in all the rooms, which is this wallpaper. And I do change the color of the wallpaper for the upstairs room that's like for the 8 Sims dining area. And then the rest of it's just like this white color, I guess, yeah. And then the other room is just a matte green. I don't know if it's matte or if it's blue. I don't know. It's one or the other. But yeah. So there's not very much variety in the color of the house. Not a house. It's not a house. It's a restaurant. I'm sorry. But yeah. Now we'll move on to the kitchen. Okay, so we do the kitchen first, and I was having a little bit of problem trying to place those stove things because there, like I said, there's a lot of windows in this build, and they're pretty big windows, so they kind of go behind the counters and everything a little bit, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I didn't want to have different windows for that because then the exterior would look weird, and I didn't want that. So yeah, and I like these little rugs that come with dine out. I like to put them in the kitchen, like all crooked, I guess, like you know, people have been walking in there a lot, so they've all like moved and shifted and everything, and no one really felt like putting them back, you know, if that makes sense. But yeah, because I was playing Fallout, and they had little rugs like that sort of in like the vault building DLC, and I liked the way it looked, so I decided to just do that for the restaurant kitchen. Yeah, I think I also did it for the botanical garden restaurant thing. Is that what it's called? Probably Newcrest Botanical. Yeah, I'll link that in the description too for you guys if you guys like to check it out. But yeah, I'm sorry this voiceover is terrible. I'm sorry, it's awful. But yeah, and I did put the little corkboard over there next to the wall, next to the refrigerator, because I felt like you know, it could just be like where they just stick up the little, what are they called? You know, the waiters can just hang up little not receipts. they're not the orders, I guess. Is that the right term? I don't know, probably. But yeah, I figured that's where they could just hang them, even though technically it's just postcards on the wall. It's fine. It's just postcards, but you can pretend. Use your imagination. It's great. And I don't know what just happened. My computer turned off. Okay, I'm sorry. My screen went black for a minute there. But looks like we decorated the back area. No, I was just adding plants back there. Okay. Okay. This is a little entryway area, and I don't actually know if there's enough room there for if you have a lot of Sims. So you may need to move that, probably, if you decide to play in this house. If you're just going here with your Sims to eat or something, it should be fine. But if you're actually going to run this restaurant yourself, you'll probably need to move that, because I know there's a little bit of a problem if there's not a lot of area there, and it's a busy restaurant day or something. They just like kind of line up there and never go to eat. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, so it's fine though. It's fine. You can move it. And in here I was going to try to add a lot of seating, and I was going to add this little I keep wanting to call everything a balcony. I know it's not. It's not a balcony. What is it? Booth. Jeez, what is wrong with me? But yeah, I was going to add a little booth in here, but there just wasn't enough room because it's a pretty small room. And then I added some bar stools in here. I think this is the only room I added the bar tables and bar stools. So yeah, they're not everywhere. And honestly, now looking back at it, I don't know if I like the bar stools, because they just seem out of place to me, honestly. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah. And then yeah, I was gonna add a little sign here, but it just seemed too big. I didn't like it. It like came out from the wall too much, and I just wasn't sure of it. So I decided to use a canvas there instead, which comes out from the wall the same amount. So that makes sense. But over here I just added that little menu thing, and then these little like award things, you know, to show that, you know, this could be a 5-star restaurant probably, even though it's a 1-star restaurant. I don't know if I probably could have cheated, honestly, to make it a 5-star restaurant, but I don't actually know if that would save in the gallery or not. So interesting. I should have made it a 5-star restaurant though, you know, just to test it, but it's fine, I guess. Yeah, if there are any cheats, though, let me know. That way it'll come in handy for the next time I build a restaurant. So yeah, and then going through this, I just kept feeling like the rooms were missing something. I just wasn't sure what it was, and I didn't have room to add anything. So it confused me, and it irked me, and I didn't like it. But yeah, I mean, it's a decent build. It's fine. It's decent. I mean, it's usable, useful, functional, probably. Yes. So yeah, I wasn't sure what else I could add to any of the rooms to make it look like, I don't know, like decorated, I guess, maybe. The walls just seemed empty, but there was no room to put anything on the walls, and if I put things on each of the walls individually, it just looked too cluttered. And so I added plants whenever I had a chance. So yeah, that was the thing. And this I was going back into build for the second or third time. I think it was the third time. Yeah, this was the third time I was going into build, and I forgot that I hadn't finished the kitchen yet. So I was just going in and adding things to the kitchen. I was going to add the fire hydrant because I thought, you know, a restaurant would have a fire hydrant in the kitchen probably, right? And then I remembered there's the little thing that I believe it puts the fires out for you, which I don't even know if there's fires in restaurants. I haven't actually played restaurants, to be honest. I think I might have played them a couple of times before, but neither really too in-depth. I think I just said nether. I don't know what's happening in my brain, but something is. And then I did decide to add a booth. That the word? Yes, a booth in here. And then so this is, I believe, the only 6 sim table. And then upstairs there's an 8 sim table, and then all the other ones are pretty much just 4 sim tables. There might be a couple of 2 sim tables, and then no, outside on the back porch there's 6 sim tables. Okay, I forgot about that. But yeah, this is the room where I added the what are they called? High chairs. That's the word. Yes. And I've also found a color that matched the chairs, so that made me happy. So yeah, that was good. That was a good find, and it made me very happy. And I was going to just make it like a vegetarian restaurant, but then I remembered that the Botanical Garden restaurant was a vegetarian restaurant, I'm pretty sure. So I decided to make it, you know, like meat instead. So yeah. And then these are the little bathrooms, their stalls. Honestly, I probably should have just decorated one stall and then copied it into all the other slots, but unfortunately I didn't realize I could do that until I was upstairs. Well, I didn't remember I could do that. I was going to add these little lights here, you know, to fancy things up a little bit, but they just looked kind of weird to me, so I didn't. And then, so yeah, we're doing the bathroom. Bathrooms aren't ever really all that fun. I did change the color of the stalls wallpaper because I didn't think that it looked good with the, is that yellow, is it cream, I don't know, but I just didn't feel like they went well, because, you know, they're supposed to be stalls. I feel like they'd be made of metal. I probably should have changed the color of the outside of the stalls as well, but I didn't think about it until just now, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, there's 2 sinks in this one, and there's 2 sinks in the upstairs bathroom, and then there's 3 stalls down here in the toddler bathroom, and then upstairs there's 2 stalls as well. And then over here I just added like a little I pretend those are soaps, even though they're cologne. I guess fancy restaurants sometimes have like cologne in the bathroom too, right? Maybe, I don't know, I've never been to a fancy restaurant, but in my head that's what's happening. And then I did put those little towel things in the stalls as well, because I felt like they would be like the toilet seat cover things, you know, where you could just pull them off, lay them on the toilet seat if you don't want to, you know, public restrooms. But yeah, that was the idea I had for them anyway. They don't actually have them in the game, but you know, you can pretend, right? And then up here I did add a bar. I don't actually know if it'll be functional or not. I know you can use a bar if they're like that, but I don't know how they work at restaurants or if they hire someone to run them or not. So yeah, if they do hire someone for a bar, I don't know how that's gonna work, because you can't go on the other side of the bar. But yeah, I also added this little chocolate fountain thing. I think it's a chocolate fountain. I'm pretending it's a chocolate fountain, but I'm pretty sure it's a chocolate fountain. I don't know. And then I added one of those. I think I added 2 upstairs, and then there's 2 downstairs. There's one inside and there's one outside. I did forget to add one to the back porch area though, so that's unfortunate. I think I forgot to add one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I forgot to add one. But in here, it's a pretty big room. I didn't know what to do with it, honestly, because I can't really add too many decorations to the walls and stuff, because there's not much wall space. And so I did add a little jukebox, and there wasn't much I could do with the flooring or anything. Not flooring, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm good. It's fine. But yeah, I did add a jukebox, and I was gonna add the speakers in here instead, you know, fill up the wall space a little bit, but I felt like the floor was too empty, especially behind the table next to the window. I felt like, well, between the windows, I felt like there needed to be something there, so I just put that little, what's it called? Menu thing? Probably. I don't know. I was going to see if the organ would fit, but it was just way too big, so I didn't put it in there. So, yeah, I just put that little board thing and then the jukebox, and it worked. So, yeah, I believe this is the last room. No, we still have the bathroom. Did we do the bathroom yet? I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, I can't remember. But yeah, this room feels empty to me, honestly. This room here, it's just a regular dining area. It's got 3 tables in it and some seating, obviously. So yeah, I was gonna put 4, but it was too cluttered, and then I put 3 and it felt too empty, so I wasn't really sure what to do with it. I guess I could have put a couple of couple tables, but I don't know, it just felt wrong to me. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah. And then the upstairs felt too dark, so I tried to put these lights everywhere, and I didn't like the way they looked. So instead, I used the light that comes from, I believe it came with Get Together. It's like a big wall light. I tried to fit it in somewhere, and I ended up putting it where that plan is, and I just like stacked 2 of them on top of each other. It looks pretty cool. It just looks like a built-in light wall, and I really like the way it turned out. So yeah, it looked pretty cool. And then yeah, so yeah, we're just gonna finish building off. Is that what I'm trying to say? No, we're gonna finish decorating this room, and then the screenshots will be up, so stick around for the screenshots. They're pretty, I swear, I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys here because I've talked way too much today. honestly. If you guys understood anything I said, I'm very surprised. But, yeah, screenshots are coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the build. And, again, I'll put links and stuff in the description for you guys to check those out. And I'll add some video links to the other lots I mentioned if I can remember. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Also follow me on VidMe if you haven't already. I'll have a link to that in the description as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!